Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Heather and we do fun, fabulous sewing things here together. All right, so today we're doing something that I don't know will work out. I saw the gift and goodie bag from Spencer Ogg's Sewing Patterns in the large size, and my immediate thought was, can we make this a purse? So we have our pieces cut out, an exterior in a black vinyl and an interior in a green ripstop. Okay, so this is from Soulful Therapy, the green ripstop, and the black exterior vinyl is just from Hobby Lobby. We're going to try to sew these things together. We've got some handle goodies here. This is from Marizin. I'll link it if I can find it. And then we have a antique gold chain. We're going to try to incorporate. I thought I took out some D-rings. We need those too. I don't know where they went. We're going to use the rivet-based magnetic snaps and rivets, all in antique bronze. And I'm going to find those D-rings because we need them for the handle. All right, so that's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to see if we can make a large size gift and goodie bag into a purse that we can carry around and look all pretty. All right, let's head on over to the machine. All right, so we are at the machine, which is a Juki TL 2010Q. We are using Tex 35 weight black thread from Wizardry Stitchery. We're wiping off some sort of adhesive. We have a 9014 Microtex needle, and we're using a tank foot in our machine. All right, so what we're doing right now is we're going to put our material right sides together, and we're basically going to sew everything together except for this bottom down here. I don't know if it'll work. We're going to give it a go. And we're going to give it a go together. See what happens. So I'm just clipping all around. And in my head, I think that this will work out the way that I think it will. But it might be a little difficult to push out. We'll see. We will see. So what I'm thinking is that we will sew everything together except for this section at the bottom. And we'll do it using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And we will just leave this part open here to sort of reach our hand in and take everything out. Will it work? I don't know, you guys, but we are going to give it a go. All right? We're just going to sew the corners down here to make sure that everything is all set. That's not a 1/4. I've not done this, so I don't actually know if it'll work or not. But I thought if I'm gonna try, I might as well try together. And so what I'm worried about being hard to turn is these sort of long arms. But we'll give it a go, see what happens. Just trying to stick to that 1/4 inch seam allowance. And this does taper, so it is something you want to pay attention to. Alright, so we're about a little more than halfway. So far, so good, I think. And we're not putting a bag tag or anything on this because I don't know if it's going to work. And I don't want to put a bag tag on if this is going to be something that we just have to scrap for whatever reason. I'm going to go one more. But if it works, got a new thing going on here. Also, can I just tell you, I just love when pattern designers put out a freebie that's quick and fun and fabulous. I'm here for the fabulous and all the other things, of course, but mostly for the fabulous. Sorry for the silent sewing, guys. I'm trying to stick to the seam allowance. All right, so before we turn, we're gonna do some cuts that are gonna be really vital to being successful. So we're gonna cut away any of these corner pieces that would stop us from being able to push out our corners. We want a nice crisp push out there. And that's true of all of our corners, including our bottoms. Okay, and then we also just want to make a clip in anywhere where there's a point that we pivoted that could cause stress. It's going to need some space to breathe, etc., etc. All right. That should be good. Let's see if we can turn everything out. So we're just going to reach our hand up inside. Like I said, these are the parts I'm most worried about. We'll have to get in there with a tool. Let's grab the top. Alright, not so bad. We're just going to get in there into all the little creases, crevices, whatever you want to call them. We want to poke everything out. And here's our arms here, as I suspected, struggling. So just a little bit of work here. All right, we'll get in there. Do the same thing over here. So yeah, definitely the hardest part is these arms. So let's get in this side over here. with a turning tool. See what we can push out. We're going to take something a little rounder. There we go. There we go. We almost got it. All right, but that turns out pretty nicely. All right, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side and finish poking out our corners, and then we'll come back together to top stitch the areas that we need to top stitch. All right, our sleeves are pushed out. Now the one corner you don't want to forget about is down here. Remember, we sewed corners in. These are important because we need to close up this hole. And this is one of the areas that we need to top stitch. Okay, so we should be able to just scooch our fingers right in there. Yes, this is going to make a very cute bag. Perfect. All right, we're going to stitch this shut. Okay. Nice top stitch. Now this is just like the pattern. You would do a top stitch here also. So we're not straying too far. And we are using rivet snaps, so we don't have to place them before we put on our liner. They're going to go through everything. And we're going to rivet our handle on as well, so same thing there. There we go. Just burn those down. All right, now the other piece that we need to top stitch before we put together the rest of the purse is the top. So let's just what I want to do is see where our bag is going to lie. So I'm just clipping, and then we'll make a little mark with our chalk. Make sure that we start top stitching where we need to. So our chalk. And just, we're gonna start top stitching right where the side panel starts and ends on both sides. Okay. There we go. So that looks really good. So far, so good, you guys. And same thing, I'm just gonna burn down anything that might be loose. All right, so time to connect our side panels. And we can do the back first. So you're just folding in. Okay. And this is a really easy stitch. You're just stitching. Okay. You can do that on both sides. Okay, that's one. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side in the back the same way. You can see it's starting to come together and it's looking super cute. I love these colors. We're going to start from the top on this side. I'm a sucker for a green. And it's so funny because green used to be like my least favorite. Alright, same thing. We're just going to do a nice little trim. And we'll sort of use our lighter after. Alright, so now we want to go ahead and combine, sew together our fronts the exact same way. You can start to see this bag is coming together as a bag. See? It's just going to be a cutie with those little green pops. Totally. All right, we're going to sew this side first, and then we'll go ahead and do the other side the exact same way. I'm just popping it in by hand because I can see the bulk. Just from us turning. There we go. Alright, and then one more side, and then we just have to add our snaps and our top handle, and our little bag is going to be good to go. Okay, and this one will sew from the bottom. Perfect. Okay. Okay, yes, can she be a purse? She sure can. I'm loving how those little hints of green peek out, almost like piping. Loving. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we want to get our flap placement. So, our snap placement, I should say. Now would be a good time too to figure out where we want to pop our handle on. All right, so that looks about even, I think. Yeah, that looks good. All right, we want to put 2 snaps in here. One here and one here. So we're gonna measure because we don't want to mess this up. We're actually gonna measure, you guys. All right, so we're gonna go line up with our corner, and we're gonna go ahead and place our marking 1 inch up. Okay, and then we'll come over and do the same thing over here. Perfect. All right, I think that looks good. We're gonna put our holes in here, and then that will allow us to mark our holes through to the other side. So I'm gonna take this over to the machine and just snap holes through and then come back. All right, so our phone died. Of course it did, right? But here's what we did. We punched our holes, okay? And then before I unclipped, I went ahead and used chalk to just draw the outline of where the flap should sit, because we are gonna use our holes that we have to mark where we need to put the other sides. And so we're gonna use our chalk to just make sure we line back up where we liked. Okay, like so. So just a little trick, because the chalk will just wipe right off. And now we're good. And we can get our marking tool. Well, it's not gonna work. Our green is in the way here. Okay, there we go. That should do it. We'll find out. Yeah. So that will transfer exactly where we need the other snap to go. And that's just a little trick to help you with placement. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So now we have dots that we know are going to line up for our snaps. So again, I'm going to take this to the machine, punch holes, and then I will show you, I'll snap together the rivet set snaps on camera, and then I'll finish them off camera at the rivet press. But I'm gonna go punch these and then I'll come back. All right, so we want our female ends to go on the bag. Okay, and then we put, if you have, or if you don't have a Cam Snaps press, I highly suggest you get one. And when you do, make sure you get the snaps also, because they make everything so much easier. And because these are finished on the side, you don't have to put them on before you do your lining. Just makes it so much easier. And then we want our male ends to be on this side. And so our cap will be on the outside, like so. And if you don't have a rivet press, I suggest you get one. Oh, lost that. And these just hold, it'll snap. Hear that? And it holds it temporarily. But see, that's such a nice finish. Okay, I'm gonna go set these, and then we're gonna work on the handle. All right, we're all set. Nice closure. Okay, so now we just need to do the strap. And I had originally shown this we were going to use for strapping, but this is pretty lightweight. And I just am a little concerned that if we use this, it'll sort of make it top heavy almost. And so because I don't want that, I actually got a piece of 8-inch long by 4 inches in height of the vinyl that we're using on the bag already, and we're gonna make our own strap. I know, we never make our own straps. I have folded it. I'm not sure if you can see the lines. There's a center line and then two. So we're gonna do a double fold into that center line. Leave a little bit of space. And this is just an easy way to put together a strap. And we're going to use strap ends to cover up our raw edge. Just zhuzh it up a little bit. These are called crimp strap ends. And we just want to make sure that we're within our we look good. That'll be fine. All right, so we're just going to sew down both sides. We're going to start with our open side. And I'm actually going to start over here so you don't see my back stitching, since it'll be crimped in the end. We're using black on black, so I'm not super worried about like the top stitch or how it's going to look or anything like that. We're going to go all the way across. Again, we won't see the ends, so it won't really matter. And we're just going to finish again here where it'll be crimped up. There we go. So there's our handle. This is much less lightweight than the other material that we had. It's great, but definitely for bigger, more structured bags, I think. All right. We are going to make our rivet holes down here first. And I can't find my little square. Where's my measuring? Ah, here she is. Okay. All right, you guys, we are going to these come in about 1/2 inch. So at the inch mark, we are going to center and this will be where we place our first rivet. We're gonna do the same thing over here. I'm just gonna pull this over a little bit so I can make sure. Okay, so that's both sides. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our D-rings here, and so we're gonna go over just another go 1/2 inch from our, I can't see our little dot. All right, and that will give us enough space to put our D-ring in there. And this will be our handle. So we'll do the same thing. All right, I'll use my handheld punch to punch these out right here. So we've got this baby here. Just gonna punch out that back side. All right, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna line this up right on the top. I'm sure there's a bunch of ways to do this, but this is how we're gonna roll today. Okay, so we're centered. Look at how cute that is. And we're just gonna push this down and we're gonna draw in those two markings. Just gonna lift, make sure we got it. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. So I can see them, but I think that they're really hard to see. All right, I'm gonna remove and I'm gonna hole punch here. I'll be right back. All right, so we have everything punched out. This is our last step, you guys, so everything's punched out. We're gonna put our strap ends on last. Okay, we want our edge to go to the back. We're using 10mm double cap rivets because they're a little bit longer. Gonna go through all of our stuff a little easier. And so we need 2 for each side. And the mysterious D-rings have been found, the ones I could not find earlier. We're just gonna thread these on. Okay. We'll take our rivet number 1, we're gonna stick it through and stick it through and pop it in place. Okay, now rivet number 2, same thing, and we're gonna do that for all of them. We didn't get a good punch through our interior here, so we just have to work it out a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then the last one, and then we're gonna set these, and we're gonna set them over at the rivet machine so you won't see that, but setting them is really easy. We're gonna have to push that interior out a little bit before we can make this work. Let's see here. Where is she? We got it, I think. But yeah, so like I said, if you don't have a rivet machine, I highly suggest you put it on your list of sewing items that are must-haves, because it totally is. All right, I'm gonna work on that. And then I'm gonna set these and we will come back and put on our strap ends. All right, look at how cute. Oh yeah. Okay, so these crimp strap ends are so easy. You just put them on the end, and we're using our key fob tool here. And you literally just crimp them down. See that? Nice classy look. All right, other side here. There we go. Strap ends on, crimped. We're ready to attach our chain and see our final product. All right, time to answer the question we've all been wondering. Can you make the gift and goodie bag in the large size as a purse? And the answer, yes, You can, and she is such a cutie. I'm sorry, but adorable. All right, so open her up. Got our pretty green, all of our rivets, all of our snaps. Obviously no pockets or anything like that. Oh, we still have the chalk marks on here. Really simple, and sewing it right sides together really worked out for us. It definitely could have gone both ways. Could have not worked. We couldn't have pushed out those sides, but we did, and they pushed out great. And if you can see here, we've got the green, and it almost looks like piping, which works out really well. I like that little pop of color that we have here, and just our little chain and our handle. And this is like the cutest little handbag. I'm a big fan of mini bags, and so as soon as I saw the large size of this pattern come out, I knew I had to give it a go and see if we could make it into a pretty, pretty purse. And I think we did. I think everybody could definitely do this. What a fabulous free pattern and gift from Spencer Ogg Patterns. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It didn't take us too long. And it's easy. I think it's so easy. There's no binding, no anything like that. And how cute. Like on your arm, your elbow, your hand as you're going to a holiday party this season. Perfect accessory. We're gonna have to try one in gold, I think, with some gold accessories. It's kind of giving me like rocker vibes. I'm here for it. All right, well, I hope that you enjoyed today's tutorial as much as I enjoyed trying it out, and I'm so glad it worked out the way that I hoped. I love when things come together, don't you? I hope you'll give this a go. It is a free pattern. It'll be linked below. There are multiple sizes too, which I think is really cool, so you could do a ton of different things with it. All free and available from Spencer Ogg Patterns. What a great gift for all of us for this holiday season. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day, and I will see you soon.